OK。
はい。
私は実は本当に疲れてしまった。
Getting tired?
Yeah. All right, so let's just continue. So I asked you in the last video, what's your opinion about, well, I mean, living in Japan is fun, having a goal is fun, achieving these tests and your own goals, no matter how far you go into the culture, at the end of the day, you're kind of, no, you're just a foreigner. I mean, that for me, I like standing out. I like being a foreigner. I like being different. I like the attention it brings. Some people take it negative, though. It's like, oh, you know, but... I mean, I still love Japan. I still want to do my best here. So, any thoughts on those kinds of things?
That's kind of exactly what I was thinking when you brought it up. There's like two ways you can go with that.
Yeah.
I think it's easy to get caught up in the rock star lifestyle. Like sometimes you can come to Japan.
You're a celebrity instantly.
Yeah, you're the center
just by
of
virtue.
attention. Yeah. You just, you know, anything you say or do is amazing. You know, just you say konnichiwa and oh my god, your Japanese is amazing. You use chopsticks. Oh my god, you can use chopsticks. You know? And,
I'm not an idiot.
Yeah. So you can either sort of accept
it's just Japanese culture, you know. It's just how it is.
Yeah.
Too bad. Like, why let it get to you?
I think
you can eat osashimi, of course. Yeah, I like osashimi.
Yeah, it's called natto. Can you eat those fermented soybeans that smell bad?
Some people can. Give them that.
I think you can look at it in a negative way, like they're patronizing you or treating you like some kind of like animal or puppy. But you can look at it and, you know, they really enjoy when outsiders enjoy their culture or take part in their culture or work towards understanding and incorporating their culture into...
Okay, good point. What about people who've lived here 10 plus years like yourself, who've really assimilated, who've made your home here? Do you still find it like do you find it to be a put off sometimes or not really? I don't mind it. I'm only here, I've been here 6 years though.
You know, I try to just take it in stride as it's a compliment.
Yeah.
And
it's just their way of saying like you're pretty cool.
Yeah, just
it can be annoying, maybe.
Because it can be annoying, and I acknowledge that, and sometimes it is annoying. But if you focus too much on that being annoying, it just sort of like
snowballs.
Yeah, and then it just you cultivate
all of Bret's frustrations coming out now.
Yeah, you cultivate that kind of annoyance in you, and then you just sort of say, I don't like, you know.
You develop a negative mentality.
Yeah,
that's not where you want to be, though.
Yeah, but I understand also sometimes. I think I felt this earlier on when it's like you want to work on your Japanese.
Yep.
And people come at you in English, and that can be like kind of annoying.
And you want to practice. Yeah, I was stuck in a rut where people would speak to me in English, and I was like, I'm trying so hard in Japanese.
Yeah.
I want just nihongo hanasasete kudasai. And like, I would just let me speak in Japanese, please.
Or like anything you say that's amazing. It's perfect Japanese, but it's like, no, it's not perfect.
Yeah,
I need real feedback to grow.
Yeah,
you know, that can be annoying.
Yeah. I was in a rut like that, and I was like, I want to prove my Japanese, and I don't know, maybe I still sometimes feel like that, but not too bad anymore. I'm happy to speak English or Japanese, because when you think about it, you're a rare opportunity for Japanese people to speak English. Think of it from their perspective. Okay, well, but then it's like tiring to speak in English. That's like dumbed down, you know, sometimes. But that leads into another question. So what would you say are the defining characteristics? What sets apart the foreigners who come to Japan and want to stay here, who have their heart in Japan, who don't want to go home, and who love it here, versus those who just come for an experience, party, or teach English and then go home? For me, like, I knew when I came here, I want to be here. My heart told me, like, I'm going to be here a while, I think. And I just kept going at it. And so what would you say, in your experience of meeting foreigners or having foreigner friends, what kind of sets apart those people, in your opinion? Strange question.
What sets apart someone who wants to stay here and make a life here versus someone who's just here temporarily?
Yeah, someone who their heart's in Japan.
I would say usually someone comes over they're spurred on by some love for a part of Japanese culture. Like you can probably split them generally into the entertainment and the sports. Like it seems like a lot of people, either it's I love anime and manga, or I should say anime and manga, right?
Yeah.
Or I love
Karaoke.
well, yeah, karaoke would be in the entertainment column. Or then some people come over for more sports kind of stuff, like martial arts. They're really interested.
Or
I
like
shouldn't-
tea sado.
Yeah, I shouldn't say sports, not sports, but
Like a martial
cultural,
art.
maybe.
Cultural, yeah.
because it's not just sports. Because tea ceremony.
There are people who love
or-
Japan and probably would stay here, but they already have life and commitment outside of Japan
Yeah.
too. So they visit.
So I think some. I don't even know where I'm going with this answer.
That's all right. It was a strange question,
But I think, yeah, usually they come over for some specific, they have a love of something, some part of Japanese culture, whether in entertainment or in the cultural arts, such as tea or kimono, like, you know, they want,
Exactly.
or running a ryokan, you know,
Yeah.
you know, like,
And if you remember Shane Smith, he
Yeah.
had me on the radio on December 20th, and you came and watched that. Thank
Mhm.
you. He's into interviewing people who live in Japan and what they're doing in Japan.
Yeah.
So I think he's kind of interested in the same question. What advice would you have for foreigners moving to Japan, kind of thing? But I'm not going to ask that right now. But so in your experience, Bret Mayer living in Japan, have you had any exceptionally positive experiences, any exceptionally negative experiences, or is something interesting in between that you want to share that you probably haven't said? I mean, or you told me briefly about. Is it okay if I say on camera? And not about that, but about the wabi sabi lady, somebody who said you don't understand what wabi sabi is, and that was seemed kind of, maybe that was a negative experience, a negative person you ran into. Can you tell me something about that or something similar to that? And if you go with the wabi sabi explanation, please explain what wabi sabi is. Right.
all right, what should I do?
Sorry about my fast talk. I'm trying to get all the
No,
words
that's
out.
fine.
The video is time limited.
I feel bad, my answers are weird, especially
No,
that
no,
last
no.
answer. I feel like,
Yeah, don't worry at all. It's okay. Like, I'm putting you on the spot. You're not expected to have perfect answers at all. It's okay.
All right,
And you do have perfect answers. So.
all right, let's say, let's go with negative experiences that I turned into a positive.
Okay, yeah.
Because I don't want to
that's
just.
good.
I think negative experiences you can have anywhere, but here's what the wabi sabi thing is.
Yes.
We lived in an apartment, and above was an older lady who, for various reasons, would harass us.
Yep. You and your wife.
Yeah.
Your wife is Japanese.
So yeah, she would try to go to work, and she'd start yelling at her like, "Oh, you didn't put out the garbage properly." Like, this is also a big problem with foreigners living in areas with Japanese people. You know, there's so many little things you got to get right.
A lot of
Or it
rules in
can-
Japan.
Yeah, so you got to be okay with lots of rules, and I hate rules. But I did that properly.
But you love
So-
tests.
Yeah.
Okay, so you did it properly.
All right. So where am I going with this?
Wabi sabi lady's crazy.
The lady, we would get in arguments, and the wabi sabi thing was, she told me I didn't have, not the right, but I shouldn't be living in Japan because I can't meld with it, you know, if I can't, what do I want
So
to say?
somebody told Bret Mayer, he's like so ahead of the scene with a lot of study of Japanese language, but there's this person telling you you don't belong in Japan.
She put it, yeah, but
Take your time, it's okay. I know Wabi Sabi lady was scary.
I'm trying to think. I want to make this information of some value instead of just complaining about this lady. The only way we solved that was to move. Me and my wife, we moved to my father-in-law's place because he was always inviting us to come in and stay with him.
Yes.
And also we're taking care of him because he has some health issues and stuff.
Yes, okay.
So sometimes you just got to get away from a problem. I think that's the solution there. Don't say, you know, it would be easy to just say like, oh, these freaking Japanese people and their rules. I can't stand it. No, that lady was rude and
Yeah.
harassed my wife and was.
So what is wabi-sabi?
Okay, so wabi-sabi.
By the way, I've had a Japanese person tell me I don't meld with Japanese culture also. So I've had that kind of negative experience. And the best way, yes, is just kind of get away and find a way out. Maybe.
All right, before I get to wabi-sabi, though, another thing that I saw that was good.
Yeah.
I didn't get along with my wife's mother at first,
Okay.
and that was another problem.
Yeah.
We would argue for various reasons,
Yeah.
and I felt like I was always trying to win against her.
Right.
You know, it's
right,
like,
right.
who are you? You know, like it's kind of the same thing when people struggle against Japanese culture and Japanese rules.
Yeah.
They want to maybe not impose, but they want to push their values and rules against the Japanese rules.
Yeah.
And be like, where I'm come from and what I'm used to is
You were
this.
American, right? Yeah.
And this, I know you're used to it, but it's not correct, it's stupid, and it's sort of like a pushing of back and forth.
Right.
And I had that with my wife's mom for a while.
I have a similar experience, but won't get into it. But you have listened to my story before.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I have. So
I'm glad to know that we share that in common. We had that kind of difficulty.
yeah,
You made a way of it though. That's
the
good.
way I solved it was I stopped trying to win against her and stopped trying to be like my way is correct. I need to defeat
The boss. No, I'm just
her.
kidding.
Like, yeah, like if I say the right thing or if I put it the correct way logically, then she'll be like, oh, I was wrong, I'm bad. You know, that's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen. No.
So I just said, I tried to just be nice, and I invited the mom out to, when I would go to study, like at the cafe.
Yeah.
I would say, why don't you come along with me and have some tea and
Find
you
some
can-
middle ground. Find the middle way out.
Yeah. So when I approached her in that way, it really helped mend the relationship.
Yeah.
And you know, when she underwent dialysis
Yeah.
for her what's it?
Tonio, like
Diabetes.
Okay.
When she underwent dialysis, she had me there helping her through it,
Okay.
and we really connected.
Found some
Yeah,
peace.
and I was able to sort of comfort her. You know,
That's good.
It was a scary
Time.
for her.
Yeah.
And so I felt, you know, that was really great improvement that came from me changing my outlook and trying to approach her in a different manner instead of fighting against it. And I think that can apply to trying to meld into Japan and into Japanese culture.
Well, I got it out of him. I got the story out of him. So high five. Thank you. But we're just at 13 minutes now, so maybe it'll come.
Okay.
Alrighty.